I was putting supper on and then I got a phone call from my sister. How's everybody doing today? Um,
Blood moves out of control.
let me start saying hi to everybody who's been in here and chatting. Well, let me put it on live chat first. And then I'm going to go to participants. Audrey Abbott, Seashell, Aloha, darling. Faisy, Jean Kubicek, Lacey Black, Leanne Bishop, Samoa, Monique Yap, Sherry Leach, Tina Elliott, Tony G, and Yolana Mitchell. How is everybody doing today? Well, I have been a busy, busy, busy girl. Hey, Raph, how's it going? Simply Jessica, how's everybody doing today? I had a really busy week and I didn't go to the races with Howie this weekend. Now, I got something to tell you folks. I've lost over 20 pounds in the last 3 weeks. And hi, Terry Boivin. Yellow bird up high in banana tree. Jane Morrow, Vicky Hinnant, Glory 1958. How's everybody doing? I lost over 20 pounds. And tonight's meat night, though. Oh, tonight's meat night. I haven't had meat in 3 days because Howie's been away and it's just been easier. I hope you're having a better week. I am having a better week. I had a rough couple of days. There comes a point when you get really emotional. Food is a comfort thing. Food is, has been part of my addiction. And the hardest part was stopping snacking at nighttime when I go to bed. The only thing I have taken back at night is a spoonful of peanut butter. I take a spoonful of peanut butter when I go to bed because I have to take it with my pills. Because that's why I was snacking at night in the first place. And I had gone as far as I could without eating anything, even water at bed. But it was starting to really cause problems with my stomach. So I take a spoon of peanut butter at night when I take my pills, and that seems to have fixed the problem. But it is definitely not a snack. Village Stetter. Hi, Celeste Malka. Well, and my peanut butter too is not the store-bought peanut butter that's full of like salt and icing sugar and all that stuff. The peanut butter I buy is just Kirkland's brand plain peanuts. Um, so yeah, I have been, you're going to see a lot of what I done this weekend. I've canned a turkey. I've dehydrated pineapple. I don't know. I did a garden update. Holy smokes. Wait till you see tomorrow's garden update. You got to see, you remember my trellis? The rickety little trellis I made with canes? You should see the squash. I don't know who told me that you can't grow vining squash on a trellis, but I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Frenchie, hi, this is my first live. I watched some canning videos and they've been helpful. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Hi, Sandy Wilkerson. Louise, yay, finally made a live when I'm not driving. Hi, well, welcome aboard. Snacking at bedtime isn't good because our metabolism slows down while sleeping. I used to make my own. I know that, right? And it's been one of the hardest habits to break. But because your body is supposed to rest and mend at night. Your body is supposed to rest and rejuvenate at night. But if you're digesting food, then your body, it has been interrupting my sleep. I'm doing really good with my sleep. I'm getting like 5 hours at a shot because my body is not working to digest food. So, excuse me, my nose is really itchy. Howie's coming home. I must become a kiss a fool. I know Village Stetter. Hi, Frenchie. Welcome aboard. I know Village Stetter. Mine, you'll see my garden update. Every single tomato cage in the front Not in the back. The back isn't doing as good, but every single tomato cage in the front has fallen over with the weight of tomatoes. Lori Peer, how are you? So it's meat night tonight, and I'm making a traditional boiled Irish dinner. Well, not so traditional in the sense that I'm using a pickled cottage roll instead of what they would call bacon, which it would be like female bacon or not smoked but pickled pork, right? Sounds positive changes, Bev. I know you know a lot. My garden was no good second year. Well, you just got to keep trying. Somebody texted me or messaged me in the comments today. Hi, Deborah C. And Marla Cato, hi. And said that their garden did really great while their mother was there, that they have a black thumb. Their mother has the green thumb, and as soon as their mother went home, the garden crashed. Well, gardens are living things. A, they need constant attention, like every other day kind of attention. And B, I'm still learning stuff, folks. And if I'm still learning stuff after 45 years of gardening, and I've been gardening since I was 14. Let me think about this. Let me do the math. Yeah, 45 years, 44 years I've been gardening. And I'm still learning stuff. So be patient with yourself, but don't give up. It's just too easy to give up. Lynn Smith, hi, Bev, coming to you from deep in the bush in northern BC. Wonderful. How are you guys doing? I thought there were some fires going on in BC. Are you guys okay? I water every other day. This is year one for me. Well, don't forget, do your weeds. Once my plants are really well established, unless the weeds become annoying, I don't bother weeding, right? I take the biggest weeds and I weed while the plants are getting, established. But once they're really good and they're bigger, they're 3 or 4 times the size of any baby weed, then I don't worry about it as much. I think it's lack of bees and flowers on tomato plants. I'm bees. I haven't seen a lot of honeybees this year, but I'm seeing plenty of bees. My squash plants were alive with bumblebees today. Yeah, we are fine. We live inside a rainforest, so far we're good. Thanks. Oh, lucky you. Hey, Barb, Food Basics has half bushels of Roma tomatoes right now, $12 a box for those of us that don't garden. Good for you. Now, Shalimar or Barb, where you are, I always get mine the following week, so let's hope, right? I saw no bees at all, many wasps though. Well, I saw plenty of bumblebees. I tell you, I watch for bees. I have a thing with bees. I just love them. I just love watching them. I'll never forget the first time I actually watched a bee. And I don't know how it happened, but I had been weeding my garden, and this was years ago, and I stood up. This was when gardens were in the ground, and I stood up to rest my back for a little bit, and I got entranced watching this bumblebee go from flower to flower, and its legs get fuller and fuller of pollen. And it was like, I must have stood there 20 minutes just watching a bumblebee. Well, probably closer to 5 minutes, but you know what I mean. More bumblebees this year than honeybees. I know. I would really like to try and get some honeybees again. Tomatoes are a bust this year, but the veggies are doing well. My tomatoes are still all green. Hi, Linda Chandler. It's hard for me. Whoops. It's okay. Wait a second. To catch you in the middle of the day. Looking good. Well, thank you, darling. Sunday is the only day I go early. Thursdays, I probably do about 8:30, 9 o'clock lives. But Howie's on his way home from the races. It is Sunday. Most people are home. And supper's cooking. My chores are done for the weekend. And as soon as Howie comes home, I'm going to dish up dinner and I'm going to pick up my knitting. Hi, Ann Ozan. Congratulations on your diet success. It shows in your face. Young and youthful blessings. Thank you, Anne. Well, it's not a diet. It's just making healthy food choices. Like, yeah, I kind of went on a cleanse for a few days, but I was all the second day I was already eating. I was eating watermelon and then I would graduate it up, right? But the truth is uh, I'm not doing here's what I'm doing. Okay. I have been working really hard to lose some weight. Now, this is not a diet. I kind of reset my digestive system. I went on a liquid diet for the first 24 hours. And then I went on a liquid and watermelon, which is, and not a lot of watermelon, and which was pretty much liquid too. And then I worked my way up. I have not taken back rice. I have not taken back potatoes. I have not taken back bread or pasta. I'm only eating meat every couple of days. Like today is day 4. I haven't yesterday I ate what did I eat yesterday? Oh, I had stir-fry vegetables yesterday. And then the day before I had chopped salad. And then the day before that I had vegetarian chili. Right? Doesn't mean I'm a vegetarian. It just means I am making things easier on my digestive system for things to go and go where they're supposed to and not where they're supposed to and all those things for now. But tonight I'm having meat. I'm having boiled cottage roll with cabbage. And Howie gets the potatoes and the onion and more meat than me. But the truth is it's a lifestyle change. What I wanted to do is I wanted to stop all the bad habits that I was doing and then work my way up into eating my trouble foods more confidently later on. Like there's a reason I haven't taken back pasta. There's a reason I haven't taken back bread. There's a reason I haven't taken back rice or potatoes. I'm not fussy on potatoes anyway. Bev, after losing that weight, can you tell any difference in your knees? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just doing the rebounder. Somebody asked me about my rebounder, and I'm just doing that in the morning. I'm not exercise. Well, I am exercising a little bit, but you don't see me exercising. I'm going to do the rebounder videos once a week so that you can see the difference. Okay. But I'm just bouncing on the balls of my feet. And sometimes I take steps on the rebounder so that I can get my knees used to it. But the rebounder, people are saying, oh, I'd love a rebounder, but I have really bad knees. Guys, I can't walk up a flight of stairs. Right? So the rebounder is no impact on my knees. The only way it has impact is when I'm bouncing if I bend my knees. And I'm not. I'm just bouncing on the balls of my toe. But I'll tell you what, my knees are doing much, much better. Well, I'm working on it, Village Stetter. I haven't got it sorted out. Hi, Aaron and Hazlitt, Yolana Mitchell. Well, what you've been doing seems to be really working. Well, that's just what I'm doing, right? Eventually, I'm going to have a toasted tomato sandwich. Why? Because it's tomato season and I have a tomato ripening up, but that's going to, the day I have that is going to be the day I don't eat meat. So I'm really trying to avoid complex carbohydrates and high carbohydrates. Well, I'm happier because I got to tell you, I woke up today at 314 pounds, 314.8 pounds. Now that seems like a lot, right? But 3 weeks ago, I was 335.6 pounds. 20 pounds can make a lot of difference. A lot of difference. And I'm going to visit we're going to visit Arthur and Mel at the end of October. We're taking the motorhome, right? And parking it in their driveway. But truth be told, they live on the second and third floor of a house, and I want to be able to go up and meet my grandkitties. and I want to be able to go up their stairs and use their bathroom and visit and sit around their table. My coach is kind of cramped. It's pretty much there for sitting. You know what I mean? Progress, not perfection. Thank you. You a menu plus strategy. You'll succeed, and you know it, of course. You know why? Because I got a grandbaby coming. I know it sounds crazy, guys, but that news has changed my life. I stopped. I had been falling back into comfortable old patterns. And because it's like, let's put it this way. Okay. Oh, you got kids and now it's just you and Howie. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, nothing's new, nothing's exciting. And I'm just going to sit here and knit and garden and can and do all these things till I die. But then someone told me I was going to be a grandparent. And it's like, oh, hell no. I want to be able to. And let me clarify something. Someone said that you can still teach a boy all the things you do. Of course I can. I never meant to imply that I just because it's a boy doesn't mean I won't teach it. Of course it's going to learn gardening and canning and quilting and all of the things that I have to teach if that child wants to learn it. That baby's gonna have the benefit of everything I can give it knowledge wise and love wise. Lymphatic systems will be healthier with the rebounder morning and night. Really? Night too? Oh, okay. It can be scary only to live in comfort. Grandkids change everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, I thought I wasn't going to ever have any grandchildren. So life is back on track. I'm knitting again. Yeah, my hands don't this hand doesn't like it. But I'm going to pull out my I have a knitting glove. I have a knitting glove that I use when I'm quilting too. It's a fingerless it's warmth and gives some support to my hand. That can make him resent you. It can be scary to be only living in comfort. Grandkids change everything. Be sure not to. Of course, I'm not going to force. I tried that with my kids, and my kids. Well, okay, not both of them, but not completely. But neither of my sons will ever raise a chicken or any kind of poultry or farm animals. They're just like, man, right? So I wish some people would keep those judgmental statements to themselves. You will not believe how much love you can have for them. What are you talking about? What did I miss? Hey, good ship lollipop. Hi, Annie. That can make him resent you. Come on, nice people, do the thumbs up. Thank you, Annie. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's just an opportunity for me to have something to look forward to. And trust me, I have never knitted baby clothes in my life, but I ordered a pattern. Yeah, you got that flash because, Melody could be watching. Cheryl from Long Island, how's it going? Critter Jess. Well, thank you, Cheryl. Annette Rose, I'm getting used to my new prosthetic, trying to walk more every day. Volunteered today without my wheelchair. Awesome, Annette. That's wonderful. Nancy Seaman, how are you? My God, how you must have, if that's your maiden name, I hope you didn't have to put up with a lot when you were a kid. Because my maiden name gave me nicknames my entire life. Virginia, hi. Michelle Maria. I have a horrible heat rash. You know what you want to do with that? You want to go and you want to take a knee-high stocking. Don't use instant, but use either large flake or steel cut oats. Grind them into like a rough flour. Put a cup or a half a cup of ground oats into a knee-high quarter cup of baking soda, tie a knot in it, and throw that into a nice warm bath, and then go have yourself a bath and soak when the water's milky. Like play with that knee-high stocking and play with it until the water's milky. And Aveeno charges a fortune for this crap. Okay. And then have a bath and soak in that. And then when you get out, dry yourself off really well and dust all your rash areas with cornstarch. Well, no one should be made fun of, especially for their name. But it happens, right? Your maiden name was Hams? Oh, baby. Oh, no, it's not your maiden name. Okay. Because, names can be really cruel on kids. How has Howie's meals been? Any changes? Someone wants to know. Howie's still eating fairly normal, but he is eating more salads for the simple reason. If I'm going to sit down and make a chopped salad for my supper, like lettuce and tomatoes and cucumbers, and then he's going to get a salad with his supper too, only he's going to get a side of meat. But he has asked me to use mayonnaise or a cream dressing in his from now on. I just use a teaspoon of olive oil and a half of juice from a half a lemon for mine. My maiden name was Butler. I got ragged on bad. Oh, honey, I bet. Andrew! Blessings from Yorkshire. I've bought a rebounder too. It's great, isn't it? Make sure you stay as much as you can on the balls of your feet when you're bouncing, and don't let your feet leave. Don't let your whole foot leave the rebounder. You're not jumping. You're bouncing. There's a difference. Nana's Menagerie. Hey, Sherry, baby. How you feeling, darling? How are you doing, sweetheart? Well, Yap gets a smirk every now and then. Ass hats about. I bet. Do you know I had this like really long maiden name? Nobody ever asked me how to spell it, but everybody asked me how to spell Foley. It's Foley. Like, like, like the catheters, like the Soundworks guys. It's not an uncommon name. My name was Big Feather. Really? My great-grandmother's name was Canoe, or Little Canoe. And when she married my great-grandfather, as this is what I understand, she was disowned. She was stricken from the family records in her native family. And so she changed her name to Elizabeth Little or Bessie Little. So cool names. Yeah, absolutely. Sandra Moore, my neighbor, thinks she has shingles too. She has a rash and is in bad pain. Oh no. Oh no. Shingles are nothing to be trifled with. My grandmother just asked, is that Judge Judy? If I lost that weight, am I that wrinkled? My goodness. Earth and Owl YouTube channel has great rebounder exercises for all abilities. Awesome. Thank you. Well, you know what, Andrew? It's not just, it's for your lymphatic system, because especially if you're overweight or you have bad knees or bad back and you can't really get any kind of bouncing exercises. I can't even get bouncing exercises in my pool because I swim naked and the boobies go flopping all over the place, right? So even in the pool, I don't do bouncing exercises. So this rebounder was the best investment I've made. And yes, I do it every morning. I get up, I throw on some clothes. Probably like today, I threw on yesterday's clothes because I was going to have a shower after rebounding. So I threw on yesterday's clothes, put Gracie out, did my rebounding, and then had my shower and started my day. Have you tried yoga before? I'm working on it. I have blocks. Hang on, I'll show you. Angie made me buy them. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to check on dinner. Make sure it doesn't boil over. Okay, so I've got these foam blocks. Hang on a second. Somebody's feeling like she's not getting her time. Oh, yeah, you're so good. Oh, my goodness. Have you been laying in the sun? You're so nice and warm. Oh, baby. Yes, you're mama girl. Yes, you are. Just like milking a goat. Keep your toenails off my skin. Oh, gotcha. Good kiss. All right, where you go? Daddy's home. Go look out the window and see if Daddy's home. Is Daddy home? Go check. Well, I've been talking about doing yoga for a long time, but I don't know how, so I'm going to start researching it, and I got to be able to fit it into my day. But I have blocks. Oops. Set that on my ashtray. I have the blocks. I think that's to help you balance, to put a foot up or something. And I have this thing, which is like for stretching. It's a resistance band for stretching, right? And I have no idea what this is for. Oh, right. I'm standing and I put this around my ankles, and then I support myself by the table, and then you just try and pull this out with your ankles. And then I got this kind of skipping rope thing, which is where you almost knocked my boombox over. You step on it, I think, and you do like this, curls and stuff. So yeah, I haven't started with this stuff yet, but I have been checking it out. I have to make time. So there you go. So I'm going to A. Taylor, oregano oil, lemon balm, echinacea, great for shingles. My aunt used it. I have discolored legs, and there has been a huge improvement after just 1 week. Okay, wait a second, Andrew. Did you say you were doing? Okay. So is this for your rebounding? I have a yoga mat with exercises printed on it, and I just do the easy stretching and balance every morning. Absolutely. Oh, that's wonderful, Andrew. How are things going, Andrew? How are things going? Feel free to email me, Andrew, if you need to talk. You know that whatever you and I talk about will go no further, right? Lisa, my Norwegian forest cat is now the size of a medium dog. He's got 2 more years of growth potentially. What are those other cats that get really big? Corey, hey, baby. I did it yesterday, sweetheart. I didn't do it on Friday. I did it Saturday because Friday, my computer, my computer. Let me tell you something. If you do a lot of YouTube work and you have a habit of saving even all your rough footage, which I have dumped more rough footage than God's got ideas, but my computer was getting to the point where it wouldn't even update. There was no room. So I took like 500 gigabytes of old video footage off my computer. It took me all day Friday and into Saturday morning. Maine Coons, right? Oh, they're the descendants. So Norwegian forest cat. Well, if I was going to have a cat, that's a really big cat. And we're actually talking about um our when Gracie, crosses the Rainbow Bridge, which probably won't be for at least another 6 years. She's only 6 years old now, and she's not a big boxer. She's a small boxer, and smaller boxers have a tendency to live longer, like smaller dogs. But by then, I will be 65, and I won't have many more training of dogs in me. So Howie and I are thinking of Chihuahuas. You know, I thought you were high, Beth. No, no. Cat box. I'll have to pass. Exactly, eh? This is way, we used to always have big dogs. And then the smallest dog we ever had the first time was Peppy, our pug. And now we're more like small dog people because we learned one thing real quick. Big dogs have big poops. Yoshi, how are you, darling? I need to talk to you about some things. Looking for some advice since you have some of the same health issues I will probably be tomorrow. Honey, email me at connectedheartsfamily at gmail.com. And, I can't always, absolutely. But remember, folks, my email time, I spend 2 hours a day doing nothing but emails and comments. Because that's one thing I found that I was falling behind on was when people left comments, I would just put a heart. Sometimes I still just put a heart. But the truth is some people ask me questions or, they're trying to engage. And I want to keep up that line of communications with my YouTube family, right? Freaky Geek! Snickers. 25 pounds. Holy cow. No. No, if it can't fit in my purse after Gracie, I don't want it. And by the way, they're making it so that you can't fly your dogs on airlines anymore. I don't know about, but in Canada, they're not taking dogs over 25 pounds. So you have to be able to put it in a crate underneath your seat. Just saying. Of course, Tony G. Well, the thing is I do the best I can, right? Chaos! Hope that don't mean you eat them small yappy pups. No. No, I'm not going to eat them. I'm going to have little babies. So. Just making sure she's not lying down under my table over there because if I go, just a baby, just a little baby girl, she'll come running. But now she's on the lookout for daddy. I've given her a job. Holy crap. Well, there's something else I wanted to tell you. I've been catching a mouse a week in my plastic. I don't know what they're, but they look like the jaws of death, these plastic. Best mousetrap I've ever had. The wooden ones, forget it. 100+ pounds. Oh my gosh. That's a big dog. I mean, Gracie's only about 65 pounds. No, she's only about 45 pounds, actually, maybe 50. Gracie, she cracks me up. Well, I mean, she's a character. Like somebody put on Facebook, I was eating watermelon and knitting. I was having a snack, and then but my watermelon, it was my dessert, right? And Gracie's sitting on the arm of the couch at Howie's seat, staring at me because she loves pineapple and she loves watermelon, right? Even with lemon on it, she loves it. And somebody posted a picture on Facebook. I was scrolling through Facebook and someone posted a picture of their dog sitting there staring at them because like it's snack time and where have you been? Snack time and where have you been? And I laughed because I took a snapshot of Gracie right there and said, Gracie's doing the same thing. She's staring me down like, hey, the princess needs her watermelon kind of thing. Okay, Mocha. Our lab is 85 pounds, a complete love bug. I think that was me and my black lab, Maddie. There, yes, right? And so she was just staring at me. Where's my watermelon? Kind of thing. And I laughed because it's so true. I would get rid of those. Oh, mice, right. So while I was sitting there, um, I saw a mouse shoot from my piano to the other side of my bookshelf, just like that. And I went, "You little bugger." Gracie didn't even flinch, right? And but she's been telling me something's been behind the wood stove. And just as I turned, about a half an hour later, I turned and I saw something else shoot from behind my chair where I was sitting on to the woods behind the wood stove. Well, don't I have Jiffy corn mix, corn muffin mix in my cupboard that somebody sent me eons ago? And I thought, well, bugger it all. The trap isn't doing it. I'm going to try this stuff. So I mixed equal amounts of Jiffy corn muffin mix and baking soda, and I rubbed it together really fine, and I put it in a margarine tub with a hole cut out of the side, and I put another flat little dessert tub, plastic tub, under my... There is a mosquito here somewhere. Where the hell did it go? And I checked this morning and there's a few little mouse poops. So I really hope that that works. Apparently they go after the corn muffin mix, but the baking soda, when they drink or when it mixes with their stomach, when they drink, the cornmeal's going to expand. And two, when the baking soda mixes with their stomach acid or with water or whatever, it bloats them, and mice and rats can neither fart nor puke or burp. So apparently it kills them. So I'm trying it. I'll let you know how it goes. My cat and her sister would do the begging stuff at the dinner table. At dinner times, I call them the begging boys. I mean, if people come to my house to visit, it's my house. So if you don't like me feeding my dog at the table, then don't eat at my house. Because Gracie figures she should have her own chair. And if I gave her her own chair, she would eat off a plate. I shit you not. But she just goes back between, when we have company even, she go back between Howie and I for a little... Did I get you? Not. Mosquitoes when they're first little babies. But yeah, Gracie, Howie will feed her right off his fork. Well, so will I, but my Roxy was 75 pounds. She was half boxer, half pit bull. Oh, what a beautiful mix. We got a steal on a new bed, $1,900 bed for $499 and a king mattress for $660. Good job. Well, somebody told Frenchie, I'm assuming you're talking about the corn muffin mix. I don't know. I'm trying it though. Joy eats with us at the table, and when we are eating, she stares at us down for us to finish our plates for the day. Yeah, Gracie's a pre-rinse cycle too. Our bed bug infestation was a blessing in disguise. Well, there you go. There you go. I hope you got everything worked up. I love my pup too, LG. Yes. Yeah, mice be gone before grandson's visit. That sounds like what Roxy would do. Would love to have a seat right beside Gracie. Well, Howie's really grateful he lives the summers in the coach. He comes in for supper and showers and to do laundry and to watch TV with me, but at night he sleeps in the coach because of air conditioning. Oh. And he's on his way home from the races. He didn't do really well. Apparently his transmission's giving him trouble again. I tell the people the dogs are in my house. You are not. Well, my dogs live here. You do not. Right? Or my dog lives here. You don't. Right? Joy sits in a chair of hers and eats on the salad plate. Well, there you go. Mice poop is dangerous and bad for our bodies. No kidding. No kidding. So is cat poop. especially. And if there's any pregnant women out there that have cats, Melanie, if you're watching this, do not change the litter. Leave that to your significant other. There is bacteria in cat poo that can be really, really dangerous to a pregnant woman, to anybody, but especially to someone who's pregnant. So Arthur and Mel, if you're listening, do not let Mel change the cat litter, please. My dogs are family. Right. Exactly. You should try plant-based spaghetti with Brussels sprouts with veggie sauce. With You know what, Marla? I've got spaghetti squash growing like mad. It's one of my best producing vegetables this year. And it's grown. You'll see the video tomorrow on our half-acre homestead. But I'm going to be cutting those when they're fully grown and ready. I'm going to be cutting them in half, roasting them, like cutting them half. They're like this. I'm going to cut them in half this way, a cookie sheet with foil, and I'm going to roast them in the oven. And then I'm going to take everything out and I'm going to dehydrate half of it and freeze the other half. Trust me, I'm not going to, if I make spaghetti this winter, I can give Howie noodles if he wants them, and I can have spaghetti squash. God willing that my spaghetti squashes all live, ripen, and do well. Thank you. Spaghetti is already made from plants. Well, that's a complex carbohydrate, though, sweetheart. That's wheat and stuff. It's a complex carbohydrate, and I'm trying to avoid those. I highly recommend the Litter Made self-cleaning litter boxes. Just have to empty the trays. You know what? I might look into one of them for them. I'll ask them if they have one. I have to move out of my house and sterilize what I'm keeping with bleach. CDC is involved. Wow. Hey, Penn Smith and Bobby Joe, how are you? Well, I'm going to ask the kids if they have a litter box like that, like a self-cleaning litter box. And if they don't, maybe Santa Claus will bring them one. Well, maybe Santa Claus will bring my grandkitties one, because they are my grandkitties. Yeah, and also pasta is an addiction issue for me. So yeah, I'm going to have pasta occasionally, but not every time I make it. I make spaghetti once a week. So this is why I'm really praying that my spaghetti squash do well, because I want to be able to, have my spaghetti, but have it with a vegetable base. Thank you, Pen. I've lost over 20 pounds in like 3 weeks. 3, less than a month. Yeah, it's been less than a month. I've lost over 20 pounds. I've just been basically eating a whole food plant-based diet with occasional meat and 1 cup of tea a day with milk. So other than the milk in my tea once a day, I have not taken back any dairy, any potatoes, any rice, any pasta, any bread, any flour products. Look at. Oh, you can't see. These are usually tied up. This is tied up, but look. It's like zucchini noodles. Well, you know what? My zucchinis aren't doing as well as people had me thinking, because I had 3 beds. Excuse me. Oh, for God's sake. People had me thinking, because I had 2 big, carting around a wheelbarrow full of zucchinis. I'll tell you what, I've never had more than 1 at any given time, and I'm eating them as fast as I can grow them. It's every stir fry. I chop them and put them in salad. I chop them and put them in I'm going to have to buy zucchini. Losing weight is fun. And I'm down to 1 of these a day, which is a pint. But this gives me all the nutrients that I might not get in my diet, because I don't eat all day. Sometimes I will eat breakfast or lunch. What day was it? Friday? Sometimes I'll have like a bowl of watermelon or watermelon and pineapple, but mostly watermelon. Sometimes I'll just have like a cereal bowl of watermelon chunks with a bit of lemon on it. I no longer eat a salad bowl full of watermelon. But no, not yet, Jane. Eggs, I love eggs, but no, that's an animal-based protein. And I'm trying to avoid as much animal-based protein as possible. Plant-based protein is healthier. So, um, wait a minute. So, oh God, A. Taylor, I wish you were close. We have a lot of zucchini. I would take a wheelbarrow load. I would take a wheelbarrow load. Anybody wants to, anybody in my area between Gracefield, Quebec, and Wakefield or Chelsea, Quebec. If you've got too many zucchinis, let me know. I will buy them because I want lots for the freezer. I want lots for the freezer. I can't drink from a straw because it will pull air and expand my stomach. Problem is, Rosie, is I have to drink from a straw because there's lemon juice in this. And the straw helps it from hitting your teeth too much. Like I'm brushing my teeth more than ever because the acids will work on the enamel of your teeth. Oh, I'm not on a plant-based diet, Lacey Black. I'm not on a plant-based diet, but I'm mostly on a plant-based diet. Okay. It's almost vegetarian. I'm living basically on fruit and vegetables with meat like twice a week and milk in my tea. And that's just started in the last couple of days. Milk in my tea once a day. That's it. Fruit, vegetables, meat twice, 2 or 3 times a week at most. And my green juice once a day. And hey, Jean, I just got back from a lovely baby shower. Oh, lovely. You hear the howl? You know what that means? That means daddy's home. I have spaghetti squash growing and I went out the other day. Yeah, here comes the coach. Snipped them. Only one spaghetti squash a few weeks ago. Now I have male flowers. Zucchini and squash, did 3 meals and nothing else. Well, wait till tomorrow. You'll see how many spaghetti squash I have. It's more than 2 and less than 20. Applesauce is fine. I still have applesauce. I haven't done a lot of baking. So pretty soon I'm going to be doing, but you know what, folks? If I don't do a lot of baking, I'm going to start a sourdough soon too. But if I'm not doing a lot of baking right now, it's because I'm saving it for the holidays. Okay. And that's when I'm going to be working in the recipe box and going through the recipe box for new holiday recipes. Of course, I'm going to make snowballs. Of course, I'm going to make shortbread and fruitcake. But other than that, I'm going to try some new stuff. I think the heat got to them and I planted them early. Wow, that's a lot. Well, no, I don't have 20 of them. So I'm trying my first zucchini for the first time. They're sprouting. Oh, wonderful. Sewing and sunbathing when it gets too hot. I come in and sew. I can't sunbathe. I used to. But I just, I take vitamin D3 in the wintertime. I ordered some rye berries to grind my own rye flour and make a sourdough starter. Awesome. Garnet Morgan. Hi, Bev. You look much happier and just your course. You're always alive and funny and busy, but there's something special about you today. Keep up the good work and stay happy. I'm going to be a grandmother. It's one of those pivotal moments. I'm not going to go on about it because I already have. Listen. Can you hear her moaning? Um, it's finally got here in Washington. No baking of any sorts for a couple of months. Finding out that I'm going to be a grandmother was a pivotal moment in my life. Just like finding out I was pregnant was a pivotal moment in my life. Just like discovering um, that Howard meeting Howard was a pivotal, like was a pivotal moment in my life. There's pivotal moments, kind of like lines of demarcation between what happened before and what happened after that particular moment. Howie says I have an amazing memory, but my memory is strong because my whole life, it's like, I don't know how you remember that. Well, guess what? Yeah, Grampus. Um, guess what? Right? All of my memories, I'll say, okay, that memory, and I'll think back, okay, that was before or after my mom died. It was before my mom died, therefore I must have been X number of years old, right? Okra is supposed to love the heat, but seemed to be stalled about waist high, and only one okra, which was hiding until I dug up the dead green beans to make room for the beets. I hope so, Taylor. I hope so. I forgot to mention last Friday was my 39th wedding anniversary. Wow. Howie and I just celebrated 29 years. 29 years wedding anniversary. 32 years jumped the broom anniversary, which was we just jumped a broom before witnesses and declared ourselves married 3 years before we actually got married. He's coming. Oh my God. Very young, 18. Wow. Happy anniversary, darling. I'm going to be a gam gam. My husband's going to be a grandpa in December. Gam gam is the name for me, I guess. I'm Grandy and Grandpas. Well, listen, folks. Howie's going to come in a minute. I know. Well, she hasn't seen Daddy all weekend. She sleeps with me every night, and as soon as he comes in and starts sleeping in the house in the cooler weather, she'll sleep with him every night. What is jumping the broom? Well, jumping the broom. Hi, Linda Bop. We're just getting ready to leave, darling, but we got a few minutes. Jumping the broom. Can you hear her? Jumping the broom it's kind of like an old Scottish tradition, okay? Like hand fasting. Many centuries ago, many years ago, when people lived in far off places, in the Highlands and that of Scotland and stuff, they couldn't always get married by benefit of a priest or a preacher, because preachers usually traveled all over, and unless you were a wealthy estate that had its own priest on the land, people would hand fast. And what that means is they would make a contract to stay together as man and wife for a year and a day. And if you got to the year and a day and everything was tickety-boo, then you just finalized it with a wedding. So we've taken kind of that tradition of stating before witnesses, because we just didn't want to organize a wedding yet, right? Stating before witnesses that we intended to be married, and we said vows to each other, and we clasped hands, and we jumped across a broom into the land of matrimony. And that was July 4th, 1990. That was our handfast wedding. And then we had Briar. So, 2 years later, when I'm pregnant with Briar, my mother-in-law says, now you got to get married. I'm not getting married while I'm pregnant, because back then I was a drinker. I want to drink at my own wedding. I want to have a party, right? So Briar was 5 months old and Arthur was 5 years old when we actually got married. How do you clean with vinegar? Kind of like common law, only you have like a ceremony. You don't just move in together. You have a ceremony. You declare your intentions. So LG would like to know what the recipe ingredients in the green juice are. Do you have a video showing that? Yes. It's on this channel. Hang on. You guys, this is not our half acre homestead. I got to tell you, some people think this channel is our half acre homestead. It's not. It's Life with the Wolfies. And let me just find the juice video. Here we go. Here we go. Copy.
She's so cute and perfect for.
How do I clean with vinegar? I mix it half and half with Dawn. Or if it's Dawn Platinum, I mix it 1/4 Dawn Platinum, 3/4 white standard vinegar, and I use that to clean everything. I read Outlanders, so it sounds good to me. Highlanders and Traditions. I actually read almost all of those books. I started to watch the series, but there was a scene that I just couldn't get past, and I haven't watched it since, but I might start again. Me and the husband did that at the courthouse on January 30th, 2020. We had been together for 7 years. We just made it legal. There you go. Please put 4 tablespoons of Epsom salt into a 5-gallon bucket of water, and it will help your plants to fruit. Really? I'll have to try that. Anyway, folks, Howie's backing pulling the coach in and unhooking the race car, and Gracie's getting all upset, and I got to check on dinner. So shall we close with a prayer? Now, folks, this is a non-denominational prayer. This is where we drop the boundaries that religion and mankind has put between our faiths, and we join hands in faith of love and light. And I'm going to go check on dinner. And when I come back, we'll finish with a prayer. Everybody is welcome. Take what you want, leave the rest. You connect to your faith, and I'll connect to mine. And together, we'll spread some love and light and gratitude. And, thank God for the abundance in our lives, whatever those blessings may be. I'll be right back. That I will be breast cancer free. I certainly hope so. I'll be right back. And if you don't want to stay, that's also no judgment. All right. I'll be right back. I'm just going to check on dinner. All righty. Okay. Hi, Mama Ken. Sorry that we're just leaving. All right. Being here is like a second home. Well, thank you, Linda. Okay. For all those who care to, please help me close with some love and some light and connection with God. Your God, my God. Your faith. Okay? Let's take some nice deep breaths. And again. And one more. Hey, God, creator and one source of all. How's it going? God, I just want to say, before anything else, I just want to say thank you for bringing new life and new hope and new wonder into my life. It's exactly what I needed to go forward again with more hope, more joy, and more love into the future. And thanks for bringing all our YouTube friends and family out here today so that we can come together and share love, light, and laughter and stories and input and all the wonderful share. God, there's a lot of people out there that are having a hard time right now. Okay. And we get to come together in love and light, but many people are still out there lost in the storm or anxious because of illness, or there's some people. Sorry, guys, I got a little bit of news today that I'm struggling with. Um, there are people out there right now that are having a hard time dealing with what's going on in the world, dealing with major health issues, and there's fear, and there's darkness spreading, and all of these things that are going on in the world, and we just ask you, God, to fill us with the divine light of your love, that you we raise all those people up to you for your healing light and your healing love. And we want you to fill us, God, with your light of your love so that we can connect hearts and connect hands and push that light out to everyone around us and to the world. So that people who are struggling in the fog, in the storm, at the precipice of the cliff, or facing rocks on the shore, God, let the light of your love guide these people in. May we all more often than ever before reach out for that light and that love and that healing sense of peace that being connected with our faith can do. Thank you, God. Blessings in my life abound, and I ask that you share all of these blessings with everybody. May everybody find a reason to be grateful and feel blessed every day until we meet again. Thank you, God. You look after him. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part. Miigwech. Blessed be. Walk in the light of God. Whatever your salutation or language is that you use to talk to your faith or to connect with your faith, know that we're always answered when we connect with love. Thank you for joining me on another Sunday, and I'll see you guys again on Thursday night here on Life with the Wolfies. If you're not a member of this channel, please be sure to subscribe, because that's where you're going to get all my bounding videos and and all of those other things. Okay, take care, God bless, and I love you all. Mwah! See you on Thursday.